When I didn't find my dream coming true about being an A-list Hollywood actor at 35, at around 9 p.m. on the eve of my 35th birthday, my inner being said, okay, let's put this acting thing down. Or at least that's what I heard.
No, that was not your inner being.
Okay.
That was your mother.
You're not even joking, are you? How did she do that?
Well, by that we mean that's sort of the way physical humans approach things. This is how it goes. So you have this desire, but you have beliefs that mute the desire. You have a desire, but you have beliefs, because your beliefs are based upon what is happening, where your desire is based upon what you want and what's in your vortex. And so your beliefs are the things that mute your desires. And so most humans don't have really pure desires. You've got desires that are muted because a belief is just a thought you continue to think, and a desire is a thought that you think too. So if you're giving some airtime, so to speak, to your desires, that's wonderful. But if you're giving equal or more airtime to a belief that is in contradiction to the desire, then the mix of your vibrations is the way your life plays out. And there are people who have been with us for quite a long time that still have that experience of realizing, as things play out from time to time, that they've got more hindering beliefs than they realized that they had, because a lot of people are not really owning up to how they really feel about things. They've learned to say words that sound positive, and then they fool themselves by believing that what they're saying is what they're offering vibrationally, until life plays out and shows them something different. The age factor is not a factor, except that humans think it is. But a human who doesn't think that the age is a factor, it would not be easy to be a human that doesn't factor in what almost every other human factors in, but you could do it. So we want to say, if any desire is strong enough, and by that we mean dominant enough, by that we mean not contradicted by beliefs that are constantly pounding away at it, then any desire can come about. It just does not matter. All things are possible. You can be or do or have anything that you want. So our reference to your mother is not only because it was some of what she thought, and therefore a lot of what you learned. Most people learn limitation from their parents and from those who are around them, because most people learn their vibration from what they're observing, and most people are not even coming close to living their dreams. That's why the handful of those that have that kind of success is a handful of those who have that kind of success. You see, here's the thing about desires, and we might as well be the ones to break the news to you. Your desires never stop being your desires. You can resist them by not letting them flow. You can get weary of trying for something that you can't move on, but we want you to know that the only reason anybody's not moving in the direction of their desire is because that's not the direction they're looking. Most people are so busy telling the story of what was, or even the story of what is, that they hold themselves in a vibrational frequency that doesn't let them have the satisfaction of moving in the direction of their desire. Satisfaction doesn't come only when you move in the direction of your desire and get all the way there. Satisfaction comes in the moment that you begin moving in the direction of your desire. When you stop swimming upstream is when satisfaction begins to come. When you start swimming with the flow. And this is what we want to make so clear with every word that Esther can find to match the vibration that we're offering, is that because you've already put it into your vortex, and your vortex is spinning with the power of the universe, and law of attraction has already gathered the cooperative components, and everyone who is non-physical and adoring you and rooting for you is calling you toward what you are asking for. That's a really powerful stream that really is the path of least resistance. And when you let go of doubts and fears, when you let go of the thoughts that bring the doubts and the fears, then you have the satisfaction of moving in the direction of it. And so you're not going to get any encouragement from us to give up on something you want.
Just quickly, please tell Esther that is the most amazing blouse. It contains several shades of my favorite color, which is cobalt blue, and it's just breathtaking.
She chose from 5 things that she brought this morning. And she put it on because it's not her favorite. So apparently your mother picked it. It's a little too tight in the arms for Esther's comfort.
Okay, so I've worked really hard to try to understand all of what I've heard you say so many times, and
It's a
yes,
problem. You're working pretty hard.
I've always had.
Yeah, we're wanting you to get over that. Because you have to work hard when there's resistance in the mix. When there's no resistance in the mix, it's ease and flow.
Right, and you stopped yourself and you rephrased, and I want to try to get back to what that was you said, because it was about...
The emotion is the indicator of the vibration. We don't want you to say it's doubt and fear that's holding you back. The feeling of doubt and the feeling of fear is the indicator of the thoughts that are holding you back.
Right. So the key in that moment, I mean, self-soothing is something that's come up in discussion here, and I have a specific type of therapy that I go to for the condition that I've learned that I have, which the physical world has told me is blah, blah, blah.
It is blah, blah, blah. That's the perfect title for it. What have you got? Blah, blah, blah. How important is it? Blah, blah, blah. Is it real? Blah, blah, blah. Does it matter? Blah, blah, blah.
Without working, I would like to find more alignment with my inner being more often, be in play.
Well, it'll be easier for you now because now you are looking in the direction of your mother, and that's where she is.
There it is again.
Oh, they like that. They like soothing. When you say there it is again, you've done that twice now.
The audience's response, yeah.
We know what they were saying.
Okay.
We want to know what you think they were feeling when they said it. What is it you're responding to? Do you think they're sympathizing?
Alignment.
So it's their alignment?
Well, no, it's alignment, not theirs, it's alignment. Like it was a moment where the whole room felt the same identification.
All right, so this is really good. Because a human can see that either way, and you saw it the way that we want you to see it. It's what we talked about yesterday. It's the difference between compassion, which is the way Source sees things. In other words, seeing it and feeling whole with it and not feeling any sympathy or empathy about some plight, but instead being forward-looking toward the well-being that you're seeking. And so we're glad that you felt that way, because that's the way they meant it. That's not always the case. Sometimes you'll catch the audience. There was a case yesterday where the audience was caught off guard and they responded like humans. Sometimes when someone wants to come up, and we will choose the one that we're choosing with very specific intent, and someone next to them or behind them or in front of them starts up, and we say, wait, and we send them back to the chair, and the audience goes, oh, because they're feeling so badly for the person who isn't chosen. That's the human thing we were talking about.
That was the kitten that came out of the box when they were...
Yeah. So, all is well here?
Can I take a few more moments?
Ask them.
Wow, that was pretty emphatic. Thank you very much. And thank all of you for that. So I would like to find the success to confidently pay for whatever room I end up getting on the cruise ship to go to the Mediterranean with you in September. I'd like for everything else to flow and for that money to not be an issue. And I would love to kind of pre-pave like all of what's supposed to come to me without this fear.
Well, we get that. And yet, that story that you just told us contradicts the beautiful first story that you told us when you sat down today.
I'm going to be compassionate with myself and accept
Which is where things are just working out for you. You don't know where you're going, and Louise shows up and knows how to take you. You've decided that you don't have enough money for breakfast, but you want to go on a cruise. You go to another place in the hotel to get something to eat, where you rendezvous with two more people that the universe has already prepaid for you to sit next to. Things are always working out for you. And the thing that hangs humans up is that you have a desire, You know what you want. You even in this case know when you want, because it's a date that we've all set together, but you don't know how or where it's going to come about. And so you let those factors that you don't know the answers to be too active in your vibration, which introduces the resistance into the situation. That's why we were talking yesterday about daydreaming. You know, you can accomplish more toward anything that you want by daydreaming than by getting real and setting goals.
Okay, that's it. There it is. That's the biggest thing. How do I get that faculty when it's nascent? I've never had that visualization skill at all.
So what you're just saying to us is, in the same way this feels hard or impossible, what you just asked me to do feels hard or impossible too, Abraham. So then we say, well then how about segment intending? We want to demonstrate something we've been doing that people are appreciating it. So you're moving along in your vehicle. We were discussing an occupation with someone not long ago, and she used the word vehicle, the vehicle meaning her current way of earning money. She referred to it as a vehicle. So we took the literal meaning of a vehicle and put it into this analogy. So you're moving along in your vehicle, whatever it is, and it's getting the job done. But there are things missing in it that you would like, but it's getting the job done. And so you're feeling satisfaction, eager for more, but satisfied with what is. But after you live some life, and you're asking for more and asking for more and asking for more. Now what you're asking for is way over here, but you're nowhere near that vibrationally. Not just you, we're talking about this is a theoretical offering, but you're asking, and because you're asking for it, because life is causing you to ask, even not with your words. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So you're asking. When you ask, it is always given, and your mother and all of us are in on it, and the law of attraction and the energies that create worlds are all in on it, and the cooperative components are being gathered. And so cooperative components like Luis and the people that sat next to you were coming into your experience. So cooperative components are coming. So then another vehicle all of a sudden that you didn't realize was there before is right there. And you look over, So you just effortlessly and seamlessly and with great ease and no disruption to your life, you just move into that vehicle, which is just really nice. And you just move along in that vehicle, and then life produces another one. Better still. And then you just move along in that vehicle, and then life produces another one. And the more you are leaning toward what you want, the faster those come, and the brighter they are, and the sooner you recognize them, and the greater ease with which you move into them. And then we said to this woman, who was the reason that we created this analogy, and she felt great relief. She felt a great breakthrough when we said it to her, and we're giving it to you for the same reason. We said, you know what you've been doing? You've wanted to go from that vehicle to that one. And because you can't, that's the genesis of your doubt. That's the reason that you don't believe. But if you can do some segment intending, then after a while you begin to show yourself, you begin to demonstrate to yourself the universe's attention upon you, the worthiness of your being, and most of all, you begin to demonstrate your receptivity to that, because you're not asking for a receptivity that is too far away for you to find.
So the cosmic refrain of baby steps.
Jerry always said, as he was coaching people in financial matters, put your basket out far enough that if you hit it, it's going to thrill you, but not so far that you don't think you can. Esther sat ready to come to play with you today, and did her segment intending, wrote it out. We're going to have so much fun in there today.
And wear that top.
That's your mother. We're going to have so much fun, and we're going to take old discussions and we're going to talk about it in new ways. And people are going to feel the clarity of the new place. In other words, she just took great delight in her segment intending daydream about what was going to happen in here even before it happened. Not as a prediction and not as a creation, but because those thoughts felt so good to her, she wanted to think them. This is a new segment. What do I mean? I'm going to get in my vehicle, it's a new segment. Or I'm answering the telephone, it's a new segment. Or I'm placing a call, it's a new segment. Anytime anything changes from one moment to the next, it's a new segment. And more focused clarity about what you prefer from the segment, then the more efficient you are at segment intent.